Welcome to this Congregation for the Conferment of Degrees. I'm Parveen Yaqub, I'm Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Presiding Officer for this congregation. Graduates, your degree will be officially and formally conferred on you at this ceremony. Today's graduates have been split into 4 processions, which will come up one at a time. Each graduate will be summoned individually by name to the platform by the University Orator. Acting under the authority vested in me by the University, I will doff my cap by the University Mace, which formally confers your award. You will then, as a graduate of the University of Reading, descend the platform to rapturous applause, collect your certificate from the right and return to your seat. And a piece of advice, when you come up to the stage, please do come right up to the white line and look to your left and you'll get a good photograph. Now, this congregation is steeped in the university's history and tradition, but above all, it's a joyous occasion where we celebrate the achievements of those processing. So do show your appreciation for every single one of our graduates today.
By the authority of the Council and of the Senate of the University of Reading, this congregation has been summoned for the conferment of degrees. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, candidates will now be presented for their degrees. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the degree of Doctor of Philosophy has been awarded.
I admit each of you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of this university.
Greg Adams. Yasmin Bajandu. Samir bin Saif. Jennifer Alexandra Fisk. Sabine Hein. Donna Candeleft. Jasmine April Louise Raw. Norma Rosanna Roseneck. Timothy William Leslie Rousseau. Hannah Jane Stone. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the degree of Master of Science has been awarded.
I admit each of you to the degree of Master of Science of this university.
Business Technology Consulting, Chidiberi Ajero. Cognitive Neuroscience, Roshni Gurung. Anastasia Savchenko. Holly May Sidaway. Psychology Conversion, Penelope Mary Barker. Sophia Sarah Bezu. Lucy Blair. Samuel Edward John Bosley. Caitlin Grace Cooper. Claire Rose Cornick. Jasmine Ann Kroom. Claire Judith Ann Dando. Xuan Du. Maya Eldana. Natalie Jane Ellison. Tyra Fenty. Sarah Giles. Janet Wharton Goodman. Esther Faith Hargreaves. Kate Harrison. Leah Jackson. Cam Man Clarice Can. Li Xin Lao. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the degree of Master of Science has been awarded.
I admit each of you to the degree of Master of Science of this university.
Psychology Conversion, Paige Lindsay. Charlene Yolanda Ordonez Marinho. Samantha Lee Matthews. Zoe Louise Matthews. Sina Meyer. Charlotte Emily Osmond. L. Parker. Donna Marie Pigden Bennett. Golia Puyanrad. Trushali Harish Sengani. Jessica Thorogood. Tarun Alex Vermani. Samuel Elliott Wood. Theory and practice in clinical psychology with clinical placement. Luna Maria Abbey Heiler. Rola Iqbal Yusuf Al-Balushi. Cara Crasto. Jade Deu. Catherine Rita Mary Delamerix. Eleanor Catherine Harris. Matthew Hines. Kaylee Jade Ison. Erikati Stamatiki Katsani. Philippa Rose Lewis. Rowan Elizabeth Anstey Hayes Morton. Miasini Pandazis. Christiana Talida Adela Petrash. Josephine Sabiri. Stephanie Amelia Souza. Rachel Hannah Spaulding. Rebecca Tompkins. Eleni Spasimirova Vasileva. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the degree of Master of Science has been awarded.
I admit each of you to the degree of Master of Science of this university.
Theory and Practice in Clinical Psychology with Research Placement, Torian Hill. Jessica Lee. Siobhan Bernadette MacDonald. Daisy Caitlin Elizabeth Mayer. Devanshi Sharma. Ifrida Zaman. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you this candidate to whom the degree of Master of Science Integrated has been awarded.
I admit you to the degree of Master of Science Integrated of this university.
Applied Psychology Clinical, Simon Joseph Michael Oliver. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the postgraduate diploma is to be awarded.
I award to each of you the postgraduate diploma of this university.
Brief evidence-based psychological treatments for the education setting, Rachel Francis Canavan. Emily Cousins. Hannah Ruth Duncan. Jane Handley. Grace Elizabeth Hill. Angela Hulbert. Liberty Hyatt. Imame Irene Anualua Ivara. Fiona Nolan Wall. Dawn Omole. Emma Owen. Anna Magdalena Palika Mrozik. Amin Ul Rashid. Emma Shove. Shazra Siddiqui. Uthashtika Scanthafeva. Samantha Jane Spavins. Freya Waller. Alice Elizabeth Woods. Evidence-based psychological treatments, Hua Kali Lifa. Evidence-based psychological treatments, IAPT pathway, Elif Balchi. Taiba Meriam. Elida Muka. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you this candidate to whom the postgraduate diploma is to be awarded.
I award to you the postgraduate diploma of this university.
Evidence-based psychological treatments, IAPT pathway, Angarad Roberts. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the postgraduate certificate is to be awarded.
I award to each of you the postgraduate certificate of this university.
Evidence-based psychological treatments, IAPT pathway, Michael Patrick Butcher. Cameron Dawn. Natasha Ann Crown Ewart-Jones. Jessica Sarah Grange. Zoe Guess. Thuthiana Jebasan. Samira Khan. Lydia Rain Pascoe. Mia Poku. Marquez Sinclair. Claudia Spence. Supervision for Children and Young People's Improving Access to Psychological Treatments, Eve Toby. Transformational Leadership in Children and Young People's Mental Health Services, Rowena Watkins. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the graduate diploma has been awarded.
I award to each of you the graduate diploma of this university.
Brief evidence-based psychological treatments for the education setting, Jasmine Belcher. Melanie Jane Froud. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present you these candidates to whom the degree of Bachelor of Science has been awarded.
I admit each of you to the degree of Bachelor of Science of this university.
Psychology, Connor James Stephen Empson. Eve Hammond. Haya Hassan.
Well done, Haya.
Henna Nasir. Psychology with Neuroscience, Kate Shrimpton. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it has been agreed that the remaining candidates be admitted in absence.
I admit each of these candidates to the relevant qualification of this university.
Once again, the university is recognising the most outstanding postgraduate taught student. This is awarded to the student who has most consistently been able to demonstrate outstanding achievement throughout their programme of study. To be eligible for the award, students must achieve marks in the distinction category for each of their modules. The winning student is then the one who scores the highest mark for their dissertation or project. This year, the winner is Zoe Louise Matthews, who is graduating with an
Well, the joy and pride that I see as I look around the Great Hall is obvious, and so you should be proud. A university degree is a huge achievement that requires persistence and resilience, and it should be celebrated. So let's give all of our graduates today one huge round of applause. And graduates, on your behalf, I want to acknowledge those who've helped you along the way, your family and friends, the academic colleagues behind me, the many professional and support staff right across the university. They've inspired you, challenged you, supported you and stood by you. So let's take a moment to thank them. Now, a joyous occasion like this traditionally calls for a few words of wisdom to carry with you as you navigate the next steps in your lives. Some people use it as an opportunity for political commentary. I can assure you I'm definitely not going to do that. What I will do is share 3 principles that are important to me that I hope will resonate with you, and they are resilience, respect, and responsibility. So resilience has become a bit of a buzzword over the last few years as we've faced challenge and hardship. And although resilience stems from challenge and hardship, it's rooted in a desire to survive, even thrive. And it's even better when that survival is nurtured by the collective support of others. The writer Gregory Williams summed up resilience when he said that on the other side of a storm is the strength that comes from having navigated through it. So set your sails and begin. Every day brings the possibility of trials, of obstacles, of failures that might discourage us. But it also brings new opportunities, new challenges, new adventures, new ways of doing things that won't necessarily work, and new directions to set your sail towards. The American inventor, Thomas Edison, had to make thousands of prototypes for every one of his inventions before he finally got it right. He didn't let that put him off. He famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work." And this year, we lost Her Majesty the Queen. And whether you're a royalist or not, It's hard to deny that she was a much-needed symbol of unity and stability, and she once said that when life seems hard, the courageous do not lie down and accept defeat, but they are all the more determined to struggle for a better future. So graduates, if you face struggles and challenges, all the more important that you're here today. It demonstrates your persistence and your resilience, and we couldn't be more proud of you. My second principle is respect. And I want to illustrate that with the story of Bletchley Park, an English country mansion not far from Milton Keynes. And for those of you who know a little bit about World War II history, or if you've seen the film Imitation Game, you'll know that Bletchley Park was the secret centre of Allied code breaking during the Second World War. The code breakers who worked there were absolutely critical to the war effort. And right at the very beginning, a man called Alistair Denniston was responsible for recruitment. So he set out looking for men of the professor type. Amongst them was Alan Turing, the mathematician. But by the end, when many of the men had gone to war, about 3/4 of the code breakers working at Bletchley were women with degrees in physics, engineering, maths, many with a strong background in languages. And there's pretty good evidence to suggest that if it hadn't been for the code breaking at Bletchley, the war would have lasted something between 2 and 4 years longer than it did, and the outcome might even have been different. So the code breaking at Bletchley quite literally saved thousands, if not millions, of lives and might have changed the outcome of the war. But just as important as what was achieved at Bletchley was how it was done. And if you ever visit Bletchley, you might see a plaque just inside the entrance, opposite the gift shop. It says this: Bletchley Park was a melting pot of brilliant minds set free by an atmosphere of tolerance. Societal norms were swept aside. What mattered was what people could do, not their gender, sexuality, religion, or any supposed eccentricity. By removing these artificial constraints, Bletchley Park brought out the best in the fullest range of talent. In this sense, Bletchley's code-breaking success came not in spite of people's differences, but because of them. It's a compelling model for the power of diversity that resonates more than ever today. What an inspiring blueprint for us all. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. It's what you do that matters. And my third and final principle is responsibility. Now, I grew up in an environment where education for girls was actively discouraged. My mother was never allowed to go to school or to learn to read and write. And it made me all the more determined not just to pursue an education, but to champion equality in higher education and to step into places where women of colour were either lacking or completely absent. It was a simple question of responsibility, because if you're not prepared to step up and be the change you want to see, how can you expect change to ever happen? All over the world today, there are University of Reading alumni doing amazing things to make change happen, and you now join their ranks. So you use that privilege, listen to voices that are different from your own, harness the diversity of talent around you, be the change you want to see. It's been a privilege to have been part of your journey. Welcome to our alumni family. Thank you. Graduates and guests, please be upstanding as I declare this congregation closed.